coming off their byes, so they should be fresh and ready to get after it. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. 36 yards on the play.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led out by a former first-round selection back in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking to throw, Dart. There's a short one caught by Johnson. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now. You look at this Eagle defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better and they're out to prove it again in this game.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Shoves him aside. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. They'll start on the ground with Shipley. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 65 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. On the ground, it's Scalabrine to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Dart from the gun on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
19 Tiger.
First down, here's Scalabrine. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
3 yards to go. Hawk 70, go.
Throwing his dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Let's go. 72.
Tracy going to get it on first down. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, and said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
60 Eagles, 60.
To throw now, Dart. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to Scatteroo. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Here we go. Sack, track at 60. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here's Dart. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the... Ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
A run on first down with Shipley. And works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. Now an option play on 2nd down. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll try to pick it up himself. A little juke. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Eagle first down.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
At the 11-yard line.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Throwing is Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Will Shipley from 4 yards out. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now out come the Giants. Well, see, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. Loose inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. Another catch for him there. The numbers starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Zone read here. It's Scalaboo with it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. From the gun, Dart. And he rifles one incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The line, this Philly offense set to go. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Here's Hurts to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. And discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Throwing his dart. Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Cowboy 80. Mustang 19.
From the gun, here's Dart. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Working out of the gun is Dart. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
They go play action with Hurts. And this one too low.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain. An 18-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing, Dart. Left side, he's got Robinson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
70 Lions. Let's go.
To throw, Dart. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Here's Dart. They'll set up the screen to Scatteroo. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
On the double. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Tag. Bronco leading. 18, Pioneer.
To throw is Dart. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 32 that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
19, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Take over.
Dart going to give to Scatteroo. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Cam Scatteroo with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants get a bit closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Let's just call it, as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Second down and 6 now.
It's now second and 6 at the Giants' 18-yard line.
Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll look to throw again. Now Hurts is going to do it himself, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Dart going to look to throw here. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
It's complete to Robinson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Our tour of the NFL starts now. It begins in Cleveland. The Browns at home to take on the Steelers in a physical matchup in the AFC North.
Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To the air, Dart. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Dart. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Dart. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20.
Looking to throw, Dart. That one taken in by Neighbors. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Second and 10.
Let's go. Cougar Knights. Hut, hut.
Throwing his Dart. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Giants 10.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York set to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Flag. 19, Tiger, 19, go.
After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jahad Campbell. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert with his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A nice tiny little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants offense and receiver Malik Nabers headed onto the field. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they wanted the minutes themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
At the 42-yard line.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, go.
Now Dart. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
16 more yards. That's another Giants.
But to throw once more, here's Dard. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step in and assert its will over the other.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's good for the Eagles. First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down.
Hurts going to give this to Shipley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That is caught. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And the Eagles first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
I should probably start a head, boy, because I got other heads, boy. All that drink, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drink.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted, So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Called that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now Daniels. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To the air goes Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To throw is Daniels. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
It's a loss of 8.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
It certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Second down and a yard. Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as the tackle made up near the 35. Straight ahead, Shipley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down. 2nd and 9.
180.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Eagles.
Back to throw here. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Yeah, the Eagles are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. This one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
It's now third.
Oh, the sneak gets Hurts. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Eagles continue to pour it on here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll stay on the ground with Scatteroo. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43.
Yards on the play. And the Giants first down.
Throwing now is Daniels. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and 2nd down. Trying to connect there with Wan'Dale Robinson. And it's 2nd down. Here's Daniels. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Giants first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw. That's complete. It's Neighbors. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. Pretty good throw there by the rookie to move the chains. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out of this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
At the 25-yard line.
Now Shipley again. Pushes past him. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. A solid stiff arm. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come.
wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame, you wanted me to come running when you called my name, you wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. I'm born to howl at the moon. You know I need me some room for chasing me all night and then sleeping till noon. Gonna do what I do, girl. Hell no, it ain't you, girl. Yeah, I've heard it before and I know that it hurts. Baby, you ain't the first girl who tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yes, outside dog. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in. That's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yeah, this outside dog.
Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before he enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You is not a printer. Cooped up, too up, make get they suit tucks begging. I ain't even got $2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ballin' jump, man. Touch hands. We bout to bump then. Better bang yours, cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight. It take time. You seen a Super Bowl, the cheat code. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Christmas too. Does the same time with me, it's game time. But with you, yeah, it's same time. Hey, keep playing around, get your head. Don't wanna live right, well, alright, leave you dead wrong. Hey, well, okay. I catch the dog, he getting the beat like it's Dre. Like the money in the bank, you better play where it's safe. Told him Bella fill his tank, run up to the next state. I get down, I get dirty, catch him on the public. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slimy stomach. Hungry for it, see an issue and I rub my stomach. Enough paper to make a book, I could get it published. What? You don't believe me? Think for brown skin, real can see them. Got good, go retrieve it, short, small. When that's from Cali, with the cheetah, print out white curve. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time.
I've been gone for a little too long. I've been waiting on a drummer to kick off a comeback song. I've been waiting and knowing
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps heading.
Something takes a part of me. Lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe something's taken from me. Life's gonna always be messing with me. Can't it chill and let me be free? Can't I take away all this pain? I try to every night, in vain. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I can't tell my face. You'll never see me fall from grace. Something takes a part of me. You and I were meant to be. A cheap, cheap for me. Something takes a part of me. Feeling like a freak on a leash. Feeling like I have no release. How many times have I felt disease? Nothing in my life is free. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. I see me far from grace. Something takes a part of me. You and I were meant to be. A cheap, cheap for me
Your blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view.
Let's go. 60 by 60.
Gotta pump my taste. Hold up. Y'all can't talk about basic. Hold up. We mighty more Power Ranger. Hold up. Mine also dangerous. Hold up. Y'all talk outrageous. Hold up. Don't control the matrix. Hold up. Got that touch my savior. Hold up. Keep it that touch with my hater. Lyrics can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't fear him no more. Sonogram don't feel it no more. You were driving a minute but can't steer it no more. Riding away but now you're chilling on shore. What's the use of being rich when your inside's poor? It's a bliss, but you don't wanna see more. You wanna see more, but you wanna see soul. Life slows you down, your body is acting up, your mind is out of bounds. I'm telling you, pack it up. You shackle by thoughts and memories that's adding up. Like overseas, without a
We have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, easy, Ralph. It was hot.
Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Etienne once more. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It can be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Red on red.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the Giants' 4-yard line.
Bigsby once more. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is third and goal.
Third down and goal to go.
Here's Lawrence. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I love this quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Dart going to look to throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. For 30 more yards and another first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. But once again, it's Scattergood. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing his dart. That one taken in by Neighbors. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Cam Scatterbo with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Giants are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Red on the red.
Now Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Now Lawrence. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Credit that good coverage to Paulson Adebo. Got a hand in and knocked it free. You talk about this Giant defense.
Well, they've certainly had their struggles against the run. At the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem? When they give up those explosive runs.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
The Giants' offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check to see where he is ranked in rushing TDs coming into the weekend. To throw is Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
To the air, Dart.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first-round touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 44-yard punt, return of 9. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. This ball caught by Strange.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And the Jaguars.
Hey, Lion!
It's a gain of 23.
On first and 10, it's Etienne.
And he stopped immediately there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11.
Red.
At the 26-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it second down and 11.
Alert!
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked this about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And back to the 30, it'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Give up the middle, Scattermove.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Dart. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing, Dart. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said,
touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 75 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And New York set to take the field. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll give it to Scannaboo. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Panther 11, Viking 18.
To throw, Dart. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Dart. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go. Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And the Giants ready to come out now. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can run on pride the offense this go around. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Throwing his Dart. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on 4th down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Hey, I'm going.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne.
Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Lawrence will throw.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Play action. Now Dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Wide open receiver, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
To throw now, Dart.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Looking to throw, Dart.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Throwing again is Dart. There's a short one caught by Johnson.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Dart. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he will have a Giants first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Here's Dart.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
It's a throw once more. Here's Dart.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Dart going to look to throw here.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. this kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hanson for
our journey through the NFL starts now. We begin at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The Cowboys at home to take on the Tennessee Titans. And this is Cam Ward. A touchdown pass from 15 yards away. The Titans come away with a victory. They win by 6.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. You can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Throwing his dart. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the 16-yard line.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Hey, easy. Ralph. There was a hunt.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
That's good for a Jaguars. First down.
All right, let's go. There we go. It's a Hunter.
Jacksonville.
Now fake on the jet sweep. And they'll instead run up the middle.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out at the end.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
An inside run to Scottaboo. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On play action, here's Dart. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On the handoff, this is Scooby.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants.
Wan'Dale Robinson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have got it back to within a score.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for two.
The Giants will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Hunter. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now Lawrence.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this 3rd quarter.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone. Marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. To throw is Dart. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And to find the open man, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Count 180. Let's go.
To the air, Dart. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Give him 9 there, the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's Dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys...
Oh, an ill-advised throw down. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Hey, Lion.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Jaguars first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
What a ball there on the quarterback draw. You want to spread the field and just tell your QB, hey, find a lane and go. And he's able to get the defense in a vulnerable spot and then take it into the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out come the Giants. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working
pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Throwing, Dart.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Dart. He finds Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And the Giants, first down.
Zone read here. It's Scatterby with it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll go play action here with Dart. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Throwing his Dart. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go. 19-18.
To throw, Dart.
Complete. It's Johnson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as a...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Wan'Dale Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, so much for situational football because that's the absolute last thing you want to do when you're protecting a lead in the 4th quarter. Not only do you lose yardage, but you find a way to go out of bounds and stop the clock.
Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
They'll give him 4 yards there.
And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Lawrence to throw.
His throw incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but it's going to be second down.
Hey, Ryan.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line.
Now a handoff to Bigsby.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
ETN up the middle.
And he spins past him and into space. They will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And New York set to take the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down at a yard. A play fake, and now it's Dart.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Off the play fake, it's Dart. Again, it's Johnson.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On play action, here's Dart.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
They'll go. Here's Dart.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Let's go. Hey,
straight ahead, Etienne.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind that it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Lawrence will throw.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now here is Jackson Dart and the Giants.
Down by 13. A minute 50 to play. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Play action. Now Dart. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
A short gain that doesn't give them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
On 4th down, here's Dart. That is caught.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
More of the same right there. He's up to 15 catches now this ball game alone.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Two timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
That's complete to Slayton. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Dart. That one taken in by Neighbors.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Here comes 2nd down.
2nd and 1 at the 14-yard line.
Dart going to look to throw here.
That's complete right around the 80. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. This is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Jags,
Run it down. The sun is up. So run it down. Get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're healing with ways that don't last so long. Don't happen the time and it obvious. No help for the weak, but the strong. Plenty here, boy, for all of us. Now bring out the drums and the my homies got to do it that they said wouldn't work.